Oh my god! It's a Twin Blades variant. There's a Maelstrom on the backside. Phantom's picking up more kills, finds Andrew as well as a triple. Oh, look at Tahaka. Finds the Avatar top lane 6. Great Ring of Frost connecting on the 4 members. We might have a comeback for the ages. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Will they be able to escape? ETC does fall. What a counter attack by Regen Red, and he's gonna barely get away with his friggin' teleport ability. Holy shit! That was really spicy. Welcome to some, what is it, Monday night action here, NGS going on. I don't even have my shades on yet. What's going on? Let's get in the mode. Here we go. Murda's here now. What's up? It's Monday night. Joined tonight, brand new caster for NGS. What up, Carve? How's it going, man?
Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm excited to share all 3 things I know about HOTS tonight.
I know maybe 2, so together we have 5. I think that's enough for a good cast.
There's probably some overlap, though, so it's a solid 4.
So tonight's matchup, I think you're pretty familiar with a couple of these teams. Both participated Season 5 in Division E. This season, they find themselves in Division D East. We have Luciodology and Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits. Carve, give me a little bit of your knowledge on these teams.
Olaf knocked us out last year, so they're good. They're good, and Lucio, I really enjoyed playing them. They're good guys, and watch out for the Lucio pick, I'd say.
So we got these teams both represented by heroes in the game. It's Lucio versus Olaf. One's a Viking, one's a DJ. I think technically Vikings are stronger than DJs if I had to guess, right? So
Vikings are always stronger than DJs.
Flashing the Minnesota Vikings Cup. All right, so I think maybe Carve might be pulling for Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits tonight.
Nah, I'm neutral. I'm neutral tonight.
Oh, okay. All right. A good neutral vote. And, you know, for myself, probably the same. I don't have a clear favorite. I think I did get
the cast. You don't have skin in the game.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think I got to cast Luciodology one time last season. I don't think I had the privilege of seeing Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits play. So really glad to get to check them out here. I didn't put your Twitter on here yet. It's Either Foot, right? There we go.
Yeah.
Now you're showing up. Boom. Follow this guy on Twitter. Brand new to the casting scene. So if you guys are from NGS and are looking for more people to follow over in the Twitterverse, of course, Either Foot, at Either Foot, or me, at MurdaRG, if you are yet to follow myself. So currently we are waiting for our teams to be ready to go. I'm in the game, keeping an eye on the NGS in-game chat channel for our lobby link. But I did hear one of the teams, I believe Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits, were just running an extra warm-up game. So should be soon for them. And I appreciate you guys in chat waiting. Shout out. Carino, I see you're out there. Untapped Fear, thank you for stopping in. And of course, my main man, Taki, in the house. And then we see Mewman13 stopping in with the Lucio. I love it.
I saw you going with that, I guess. I had no idea.
Well, I will say this. When I did play Overwatch, really just a short time period that I was playing it, there was a couple of heroes I was playing. Lucio was one of them. The other one, I'll give you one guess, Carve. Who do you think my other Overwatch hero I played? It was a warrior. Or a tank. I don't know what they're called in that game.
Man, I was going to go right to Tracer, but that doesn't sound right because I've never played Overwatch.
I'm certain you know who this hero is.
Man, my Overwatch knowledge is so little, though. I'm going to go with Olaf.
All right, I hate you. You're officially fired. All right, guys, gotta go.
I'll hang up, or you got this.
No, it was Diva. I love Diva. Diva's awesome.
Diva.
I played a win.
Yeah. I just hate that hero so much. I kill her all the time, and I never kill her.
I think when I first started playing Overwatch, I was just enamored by the mech explosion and
for sure.
the possibilities that you can get with like a super clump team just standing on it.
Have you ever done Garrosh Diva? and throw the bomb.
Oh my god, yeah. Classic combo now. I mean, it's almost a year old. I love it. I think I saw last season one of the teams that ran it was Bad Manners up in the Heroic Division. Of course, they had VCR player on that squad, a very prevalent diva player in his own right. They ran that on a couple occasions. But I don't think I saw it down further below Heroic Division really being played. I think it's
we never played it in competition, but
I think it's a pretty solid like combo on its own. I mean, there's really not much counter to it if you can time it right.
You have to time it right. That's the huge thing. I know we were playing in kind of a scrim team, and one of our guys, if you land a triple kill or higher, I'll pay you guys each $20, and we hit a triple kill exactly, and he lost his mind, and he paid out. Shout out to Nate.
That's awesome. So if you guys have not been following over on the NGS Discord this week, do you want to announce, if you haven't seen, that we have the latest episode of our Nexus Now podcast. It's the NGS podcast. You can find it over on the NGS YouTube. If you go to youtube.com, search for Nexus Gaming Series, you'll find the NGS channel, which is actually being heavily updated by Jason this season. All of the casting that's gone on this season, including casts from my own channel, which you can also find archived on my own YouTube channel. But so much content up there, including our podcast. So if you haven't had a chance to listen yet, head on over where myself, Ghost Dunk, and Jackster break down Season 6, introduce some of these new teams that we see, and make some predictions heading into this season. Go division by division, giving a look at each of them. We also talk a bit about Division S and the latest balance patch that came out last week. So a really cool episode. Hopefully you guys get to tune in and check that out.
Yeah, Jason's been awesome. Awesome resource.
Jason has been incredible. If you guys aren't aware, Jason is the new Nexus Gaming Series head caster for Season 6. He's helped put on so far our Thursday Night Showdown, which I'm also helping out. This week, I think they announced the matchup today, actually, over in the Hype channel. It's going to be Gimme the D-Shield and Nobo E-Sprouts in Division A, Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. And that's going to take place on twitch.tv/Nexus Gaming Series over on the NGS main page for that match Thursday night. But you get to catch me and Ghost Dunk, my podcast co-host. Also my Thursday Night Showdown co-host now.
I got that podcast on auto download.
Oh, so. Baby. We're really trying to get it back on a podcast feed. I know it's been down since the old website went down. But now with our new website up, at a feature standpoint where I think Wraithling, our tech director, is comfortable with, I think you can start looking at a few more things like adding that podcast feedback in like we used to have. So we'll keep you updated over on the Discord if that happens in the next coming weeks or so. Let me reach out to these teams because I have no idea. I mean, we're just hanging out here in lobby, hoping someone has a update from one of these teams. Seymour from Olaf says ready to go. All right. Just get me that lobby link. Should be in your lobby any second. Oh, I mean, I'm not making the lobby. You are. In lobby 1. Oh, I think they want me to like come do the coin toss with them.
Oh.
No, I don't do the coin tosses this season. It's the captains. Untapped Fear in chat as well as Taki both saying Jay such an MVP. Jason is on the ball this season for sure. Lots of great work. I 100% agree. I've gotten to work really closely with him. We had a veteran caster meeting heading into Season 6 where he was trying to get a lot of feedback from those of us who've been around for a while and try to figure out ways we can get some newer casters like Carve here tonight involved and get up to that full caster status through the caster hopeful status. And you know, I'm trying to take it upon myself to reach out to as many co-casters as I can this season. So really glad to have you on tonight, Carve.
Yeah, really appreciate Jason's flexibility and willingness to reply to way. I mean, I don't mean to badmouth anybody, but way faster than Weenus. Like, literally minutes faster. So, I mean, just incredible, really.
Yeah, obviously both of them. Weenus also pitching in, helping Jason this season with the head casting duties. Really been a tandem and so much effort,
Yeah.
not only from those two, but I mean everyone I've seen volunteering for NGS has been incredible. I know I've been involved with volunteering for probably like the past, I think this is my 4th season. But I mean, there's so many new faces this season that are coming out to help, and it's really awesome to see, and I'm really glad and proud to be a part of it.
Oh, for sure. And it's really cool too, because Weenus is the one guy you can make fun of, and everybody knows that he's the man. So
Right.
It's really cool to be able to do that, and everybody's like, "What are you talking about? He's the best."
Yeah, I mean,
So,
a
shout out to
personality bigger than the entire world. Yeah, he's a really
Just
great
always
guy.
cool as a cucumber.
I had the honor of meeting Weenus at BlizzCon this past year. What a guy, a really nice dude. Murder in space, yes, Grogman, I am. What a nice guy he is, and so genuine. He actually showed up at the Regen. We had a little meetup the night before BlizzCon.
Yeah.
And yeah, Weenus even came out to that, hung out for a while, had some drinks with all of us. A really good time. And then we ended up going to some other after parties after that. Got to meet some other NGS faces at some of those parties that night. But what a great time. Really, what a great dude in Weenus.
All I know is I hope season 6 brings back Hot Shots with Weenus. That is must-see Twitch TV.
I think if you're cool enough to get in on the NGS leadership, there's some weekend hot shots going on occasion. I know there was one a few weekends ago. I didn't participate myself, but I know they were having a lot of fun.
It's dangerous. Dangerous. You gotta watch out.
Maybe they were streaming it. I don't know.
I've never played without him streaming it. So, this weekend's my birthday. I hope I get a little birthday hot shots.
Oh,
That's
there you
my
go.
wish.
Happy birthday. Happy early birthday. I'm still here waiting for a link from these two teams. Is anyone making a
new
lobby?
follower detected?
15 minutes is almost up, fam. We are at
clutch fan reference right there.
Yeah, we are at 10:14 on my clock. These teams are supposed to get 15 minutes. I know they are in communication, so something should be occurring.
They could have. Oh, there it is.
I just don't know where the lobby is.
I wonder if they even have it set up. They might not know. Okay, there we go.
Okay,
Seymour's
it looks like
making one.
Seymour's making it. Okay, all right, we're good. No one's gonna get in trouble here tonight. That's good news. Wait, they're so confused. They don't know who's making the lobby. Luciodology is making the lobby.
I feel like that didn't save any time.
Yeah, good job. Yeah, Taki, I see you in chat saying you got to meet me at BlizzCon. Actually, funny story with Taki. In line trying to play the Heroes of the Storm playtest. Orphea was there. We're trying to try her out. And there I am just waiting in line. And it's like this kind of like serpentining, like long line where like you're shoulder to shoulder serpentining through. And all I hear is, yo, Murda! And, it's BlizzCon. There's a lot of people there. I had met a lot of faces already at that point. I think this was on day 2. There's our lobby invite. I think it was day 2. And I'm like, who's that? Like, wait, who are you? And he's like, yo, it's me, Taki. And I'm like, oh, shit, Taki, what's up, dude? I totally didn't expect it. A lot of fun. He got to take a picture with me. What a good dude. Really fun dude.
Oh, are you playing today?
Looks like I'm playing today. Just to triple check, Luciodology is on the left, right? These names look right? Okay. Wait, no, they're still sorting. Let me just let them know. Lucio left, if you don't mind. For overlay. Yeah, because that's just the way it's set up. A happy birthday thrown out in chat from Untapped Fear. Over to you, Carve.
Oh, thanks, Fear. Turning 14, really excited. In other news, my wife told me if I move stuff around on the desk, it's loud. So you can take those for what you will.
There you go. Well, I think is it ready? Are we going? I see ours. Team 2
Great job on aging, Carve.
Oh god, I didn't write down in my book yet. I'm behind. Let's see. I'm just gonna write Lucio versus Olaf in my book to save time. Lucio v Olaf. Can we start the game? Are custom settings okay? I mean, they look fine to me. Are they asking me?
They know. We don't.
All right, I think we're going. Div, D, East, Luciodology, Olaf, and the Sweaty Bandits. We do know where the map number 1 is going to be. Volskaya Foundry. Looks like it was the pick of Luciodology. If anyone in chat has information that contradicts what I just told you, please let me know. Type in chat at MurdaRG so I see it. I'm gonna give them another R, as if we didn't already.
There
we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome finally to draft number 1. Only 18 minutes late, but we're here. We've been live for just about 30 minutes. Since I put my timer up. But nonetheless, we've made it. We're in a draft. And Carve, now it's time for you to bring out those analytical bones you got in your body. Let me know about this Alarak ban you see here.
If you can play Alarak really well, you can win the game single-handedly.
Alright. I don't disagree. You've seen Rich play it. The deadliest player in the game, and he does make Alarak look like a very strong hero. An early ban on Volskaya Foundry, an early ban in general, maybe, but we're gonna see a Tyrande ban here, leaving open the Lucio and the Olaf at this point.
I'd say the Tyrande's pretty meta. Alarak was a little bit of a surprise there.
Completely agree. I obviously don't have too much information on either of these teams heading in. I don't know if either wants to run some stuff like Juice Pirates or some sort of crazy Viking strat that I don't see coming.
What Viking strat are you talking about?
I don't know. I saw someone run Vikings. It was B-Med and Soak Every Lane here last week on Volskaya Foundry. So I don't think it's too far out of the question. I mean, I just never know, and I don't want to throw out predictions. I like seeing the Beetle getting banned out here. But I don't like throwing out predictions when I don't know these teams. Garrosh pick, I do like that.
Maybe it's going to be Garrosh Eva.
A new subscriber
talking about it for 15 minutes.
We talked to my dude, Psychic, back for month number 12. My dude, welcome, and welcome back. Archie fam,
who's Psychic?
Doesn't need an introduction. He's the captain of Regen Red. Get to play this season with you, Carve. Or I guess you're on this. That Psychic. Mal'Ganis, Orphea are the picks here for Luciodology. Haven't seen Mal'Ganis in an NGS match yet this season, so that's going to be fun. And Orphea, only a few have I got to cast her. So I love those two picks. And this double orc. Is this orc? Is this orc power? This is triple orc. This is triple orc, Carve.
They're going to go.
Are they going full? Oh, wait a minute. Who's played the new Rexar? Because the new Rexar is the new...
Is OP.
Yes. Is that what's going on? Stop! Rek, put your bits away, man. Rek. Stop.
No, he's loaded. Let him bit it up. Let him bit it up.
Oh my god. 1,000 bits from Recycling, as if he wasn't my biggest fan already. So, Thralling Gul'dan, Carve, who's the next orc they're going to pick? Is it Rhaegar? Is it Rexar?
Well,
or is it both?
I think they pick both. If they pick both, I'm done. Like, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I'll lose my mind. I am hardcore against the Alliance. So
there's a Lunara Muradin leaving the orcs open. Is this Rexar Rhaegar? We're calling it here. If it's not Rexar Rhaegar, I'm gonna actually cry.
I'm gonna be sad. I wasn't gonna be sad before, but now I will.
So we got 10 seconds to find out, chat. Throw your votes right now. Don't cheat. No cheating. Are we right or are we wrong?
Well, the panic could be horrid, but they missed out. I mean,
no, we were this close.
Why would you not pick Rexar or Rhaegar there? That's all.
Rexar Rhaegar. Come on, it would have been too good. Instead, we get Zul'jin Lili. So sticking with the Warcraft theme at least.
The blind with Lili surprises me a little. I mean, Lunara is blind, but there's not a ton of AA there that I'm.
So final pick, Deckard Cain is the support for Luciodology. Neither team picking Lucio or Olaf. Maybe in game number 2 we'll get to see those heroes, but for now you've seen the drafts and you know how I like to operate over here on this stream. Time to vote. If you're here to vote for Luciodology, hashtag Lucio. If you're here voting for Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits, hashtag Olaf in chat right now. I'm going to tally up the votes, and that's going to be our winner. We'll submit that over on the website, and they'll get 3 points in the standings. It's all up to your votes. I see you guys getting upset in chat about the no Rhaegar Rexar. We'll all betrayed. So. Yes, very rightfully so.
Righteous anger.
I'm a little sad, and I'll have a talk with you guys after the match. If you're watching this VOD, you can send a little sad face to Murda. I'll know what you're talking about. But nonetheless, super stoked to see some Division D East action here. Luciodology and Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits. How about yourself, Carve? Any prediction heading into map number 1? I
gotta say, I'm always on board the Thrall train. And Garrosh is just such a good hero right now. It always is. I think I gotta go with Olaf on this pick. That's my pick.
Alright, you heard it from my co-caster. And you've probably seen the votes trickling into chat. But here we go. Game number 1. And over in the blue, we got Luciodology, Hentron on the Muradin. We got Takulu on Lunara, Galactos on our Orphea, I believe that is. Lemony Fresh. Actually, no, Lemony Fresh on the Orphea. Galactos is going to be playing the Deckard Cain, and Eugenia's on the Mal'Ganis. That is Luciodology.
Off on the right, we got Lili on Grogman on Lili, actually, in this. Got Pez on Gul'dan, Coney's Island on Coney's Island on Thrall Daddy, and then Udon on Garrosh and Seymour on Zul'jin.
And that is Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are in game number 1. We got those talents at level 1 up on your screen right now. Let's look at mid, and you know, we talked about the Orc comp that was started. We didn't get the Rhaegar, we didn't get the Rexar. No big deal. They find the Zul'jin and Lili with their 4 or 5 picks. Perhaps even for the best. I think Zul'jin's going to help them in some of this wave clear. It's going to really help up against Mal'Ganis and Muradin, 2 really strong tanks that I think over time Zul'jin's going to start shredding through as he gets his You Want Axe quest figured out. Yeah, kill up top.
That was vicious.
T-Taurus, I heard your oohs, I heard your ahs. Didn't make it there in time. First blood, Luciodology on the board, and about a half-level lead as well, as they found that extra XP soak up top. Root's going to connect on Garrosh, but you don't know, Mancer. Not too scared. Sturdy on the Orc.
Zul'jin almost got taken out by the new camp, but he got those turret. He got the turret.
So I'm showing you some action at mid as well as over on this fortification camp. You see Orphea and Lunara comboing to get that turret ready for Luciodology. It's going to give a little bit more freedom in the rotations for Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits. You see Garrosh and Gul'dan as well as Lili joining up with Zul'jin here in this bottom lane. Looks like they want to get back to the 4-man and stop the 1-1-3 they had going for a while here.
Yeah, nice root up top, I throw.
Yeah, just checking back in. Coney's Island is back from base. Still behind a little bit. We see level 4s for Luciodology and almost now level 4. There it is for Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits. See if they take any of those talents before looking at this fight. Murden trying to poke him out near this support camp. Neither team's taken a crack at the Sentinel yet. I'm wondering who wants to go at it first here, Carve.
We redesigned our trigger protectors for combat in the Nexus. Prepare to begin field.
Yeah, I keep thinking that they're going to be positioning for it and keep not.
So we got control point A. Just about 15 seconds until that's going to spawn. Lily appears to be heading back with Thrall. Yeah, over to the siege camp. They're going to get some pressure out as this control point's active. Over near the point, we see Orphea and Deckard Cain setting up. A lot of potions already in there on control point A, set up by Galactos. I think excellent work by him. And everyone, for the most part, pretty good on health for both teams. But this pressure up top by Coney's Island and Grogman that's coming out right now, I think is really going to help them for a little bit and might give them the edge long-term fighting over this control point.
Yeah, thought it was a little bit late, but I think it's going to be good time. A good time to get that.
So coming down from top, here's Takulu on Lunara, gonna help join in with Luciodology. Hentron here up front throwing some storm bolts out. Landed in on that garage, now being slept and stuck inside that roof from Deckard Cain. Eudotomancer gonna fall here. Garage down. This turret comboing in nicely as well. Fantastic positioning, right? Found a lot of extra damage here on Gul'dan, sent him back. Also gonna send back Zul'jin. They found the kill, and they had the channel before that fight even took place, so a big head start here for Luciodology, even going to go ahead and invade this turret camp.
It's aggressive, I like it. They're in no position to defend it, too, so that's really good on Lucio. Lucio coming up with the clutch play.
And this is perfect for Murden. He's going to take that damage, but heal himself up before he even gets back in this fight. Mal'Ganis finding some targets walking in, but he's right underneath that turret. He's going to take the damage, enough to fall. But their team gets the Triglav Protector. They're going to push it down mid, work on these turrets for a little bit.
Did a ton of damage, too, so that death was decent.
Blue team has taken control of our protector.
So they got a little bit on that wall, but they're going to take the rotation top and ensure they get some damage in this top lane, where of course control point B is going to be next. Don't mind this at all, actually. I think at this level, just go ahead and get the guaranteed value where you can. The worst thing you can have happen is this robot takes too much damage over at mid, and you end up with nothing up top. In this case, we see them get the well, and even now a kill on Lily. A little cherry on top. That works out pretty nice for Luciodology.
Yeah, they're playing really aggressive right now.
Wow, Into the Fray is going to save Gul'dan there. Eudotomancer keeping Pez alive. Looked like it could have been a nice little jump on by Murden. Hentron was looking for it. Didn't quite have all the damage necessary to finish Pez off. But here we go. I'm going to throw the level 7 talents up on your screen. Neither team yet looking at that. Look at mid, though. Wait, Seymour. Wait, Seymour. He's down. Zul'jin dead. I was trying to say neither team looking at the support camp yet. But the kills keep coming now for Luciodology. 4-1 now.
Thrall almost done with his Echo talent, too. It'll be interesting to see what he goes at 16.
Yeah, a little slow for him now. 6 minutes into this game, not quite done with Echo, but certainly you're right. As this goes on, and he continues to talent into those Qs, he's gonna get a lot of spread damage on those control points, especially. Level 16, most notably, we can start picking up and getting slows applied to everyone. But this is level. Yeah, I was gonna say this is level 10 now, though, for Luciodology, and it's, with all the work he's getting done, Thrall's got a lot of work to do, helping his team get the XP needed to get their own level 10s before Control Point B activates. It's gonna be another siege camp picked up, that time by Takulu. Lunara gonna march back to mid. Actually, Galactos had to go back and grab that turret. There is a camp available on the bottom right, the fortification camp for Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits. We'll see if they want to send anyone down to check that out. So far, they're only looking at the siege camp, and here comes an invade just a moment too late by Mal'Ganis, trying to invade with their heroic talents, but just a hair behind where they needed to be. Everyone's going to get out from Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits. They're even going to get level 10. Here we see the Tazdingos to play from Zul'jin, not the Guillotine. We have Sunder from Thrall, Horrify, Warlord's Challenge, and Cups is the play from Lili. I think this is pretty good. I think they need to watch out a bit. The anti-synergy potential between the Sunder and the Horrify. If Thrall and Gul'dan can play that correctly, two very powerful engagement tools they can use in these team fights.
Yeah, gotta be careful not to use Warlords with it, though. Otherwise, that's gonna be bad news.
Yeah, so, I mean, very strong talents, but also a very strong possibility to mistime or misplay these. So we'll see how disciplined they can be in this fight. Still without their Thrall, he's down bottom. We'll see if Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits want to make a move into this pit. Currently, it's Murden holding this vent nearby, but hasn't shown, holding onto a turret. Here he comes, going to land the Stormbolt on Gul'dan. Not a lot of follow-up, just a little bit by Lunara so far, throwing out those Thornwood Vines as Thrall finally showing up. There's Tony's Island with a turret in hand. Going to have to be a big playmaker in this fight. Cups early by Grogman. And still neither the Sunder or Horrify being used, but they interrupt the Murden Dwarf Toss, and Hentron has to pop his avatar, now getting taunted in, and Murden's down, but Orphea spreading so much damage, finds one kill on the other side. Make it two, because Garrosh is gonna fall? Garrosh and Lili fall, excuse me, and the Zul'jin fall. A 3-for-1 for Luciodology as they continue the channel on Control Point B, looking for their second objective of the game.
Yeah, that was a big fight. Anytime you can go 3-for-1, that's huge. It's huge.
I thought, for the most part, I liked the usage of the heroics that time by Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits. Really, it was just lemony fresh, looking fresh on the Orphea. Landed so much ability damage in that fight. Really, probably the biggest play we've seen thus far here on Volskaya Foundry. Looking to apply damage with the Triglav Protector as Luciodology. Not finding enough on Thrall, but now chasing on top of Garrosh. Udonomancer kiting back with his armor, now turning it around on Hentron. Murden, who just respawned, sent right back to base. A little bit of mistiming here by Luciodology, losing their tank during this objective push, but they will pick up the top fort. They're going to make their march down to the bottom half of this map. Yeah,
they're really missing out, I think, having Thanos Protector, because he's the one that is zoning everybody for Lucio. He set everything up for Orpheus, so that's really a difficult thing not to have both of them. Even Deckard's in there, too. It's tricky.
Absolutely. Now we find ourselves with 20 seconds left on this Triglav Protector, and Luciodology trying to get this well in the bottom lane, but they're a little short on damage. Got to save for this laser. There it's going to be. It's going to go up, and maybe a kill, yes, on Gul'dan. Popping Tazdingo is Zul'jin. He'll survive. Locked in is Mal'Ganis, but he's going to get out. Thrown back in, however, is Deckard Cain, but a quick turnaround on Garrosh. Going to have to pop his own Indomitable to get out. Udonomancer in a tough spot, but will survive. Unless Hentron has anything to say about it. Not enough. They're even going to use a turret here, which is not going to net a kill from what I can tell. They might get a fort out of it, and Murden's going to jump in deep looking for that kill. In chases Orphea. Can she find any damage? Lemony Fresh now turning low himself. Mal'Gannis going to fall from the turret. Just not what you want if you're Luciodology. They might get a kill on Garrosh. Yes, they will, but still potential here to lose Murden. Horrify on the backside. Pez trying to keep the rest of the team away, but Murden, just like that, Hentron's going to get out of this. And he does. So one kill apiece after all of that. A lot of heroics used. But I think overall, it favors Luciodology because they got the fort.
Yeah, getting that fort's big. Especially considering the control points down there. They got nothing to come back to.
Very good point. We will be down here in the bottom lane for the next control point. No well here for Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits. It's going to be tough for them to really make it happen on control point and see with those conveyor belts. We'll see if they can have item control be their benefit. They have one turret, but look at this. Over on the support camp, Luciodology making the jump, and it doesn't look like anyone from Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits will make it here in time. So biotic emitter control will be in the hands of Luciodology. Hentron grabbing a hold of that. The rest of the team grabbing a hold of the rest of those Decker Cane potions that are waiting there. They're all at full health. Playing it slow, waiting for level 16, and they should most certainly have it here before control point C. Raw collecting a little bit of XP at mid. I'm going to put these level 16 talents up on your screen right now. Of course, still waiting one more level are Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits. Desperately trying to stay alive and not stick out too far on this map. They've lost a little bit of control with their top fort down, their bottom fort down. Really the only thing keeping them away from their keeps is this mid fort. And you see them standing so close to it, making sure no one's going to jump on them, but they're missing out on a bit of XP down here on bottom. A little bit on top. Thrall and Lily looking for it. That's Grogman and Coney's Island. But I'd love to see some aggression right now out of Luciodology. Find a pick before this control point's active, before your opponents have level 16, and before they have any chance to take an even fight against you here on this control point. So maybe a slight bit of a misplay by Luciodology. Will Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits be able to capitalize here, Carve?
Take control of it.
Yeah, they're down 9-4. Olaf is. They really got to find a pick here because they can't fight down a talent here, that's for sure.
Well, it looks like they're going to hang close to control point C so far. And as you mentioned, still no level 16 talents. You see the positioning here. Hiding in that vent right now is Murden, a great spot if anyone wants to walk in through that choke. But just a sturdy front line overall, and I think they're really going to want to take this on the even talent if they can. And that's what they're going to do. They're searching for it at mid. They're getting the last bits here at bottom. Level 16s are locked in for Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits. Waiting on just a Lily, actually. But here they go. They're going to make their move in. And Zul'jin up front. Seymour checking that bush where Murden was at. Now Garrosh walking in up front, see if he can find a toss. So far it's just Decker Kane locking in a few. Not much on the back end, but a Horrify. Sending Mal'Ganis right over to Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits. Garrosh looking for a taunt on Lunara, and she's the first to fall, but the damage from the other side, Mal'Ganis turning this around, big stuns, and that never-ending damage from Orphea on this conveyor belt means it's a kill on Zul'jin, even through his Tazdingo, a 1-for-1 trade so far, but that's a Triglav Protector, and this is going to be a keep being threatened by Luciodology. We're 15 minutes in, and Carve, we're looking like we might have our first real action of the game on a keep.
Yeah, and I mean, shout out to Grogman there too, because I mean they lost that fight, but they almost lost 3 people. That cups was absolutely clutch. I think Udon was probably at 1 health for like most of that fight.
So here we go, working on this keep. Decker Kane and Murden currently inside the Triglav Protector, trying to get all the damage they can in, but those minions weren't quite there, and you see how much damage this robot had to take along the way, but they do end up getting the keep down. That's going to really help them with the pressure throughout the rest of this game. That kill on Lily, they'll take that any day. Another one on Gul'dan Hintron popping out of the Triglav Protector, finding a Stormbolt connection, and a double kill is huge because now they have opportunity to invade this fortification camp right next to them. They're going to be able to get as well the biotic emitter up at the support camp after this, and there's even another turret on their own side of the map, so item control is going to be the name of the game at this point, and really, if it's not item control, it's map control, because keep down and only 3 structures remain for Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits.
Lucio's all over them. They got to find something.
Here's the full rotation. See Lunara working on the turret camp. Up here at the support camp, the rest of the squad, and that's going to be 2 turrets and a biotic emitter. Heading into our 4th objective. I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen a game go to a 5th objective, so call it the last one. What a great dwarf toss in onto this camp. Murden trying to play it very aggressive. Still no level 20s yet. They want the fight anyway. They're going to steal the camp. No kills yet. Grogman could be first to fall. Lily trying to kite out. That little adventurer in her fast feet trying to scamper away as Grogman. He will get out. Neither team getting a kill. I'm surprised because this isn't the first time in this match we've seen these fights with so much action going both ways and neither team dying. So credit to where credit's due, these supports really doing a solid job here, Carve.
So much power and little return on both sides.
Absolutely. I mean, we do see with this level 20 tier advantage, Luciodology trying to poke away at that keep, but unless they can get the Lunara in more of an auto attack range, it's going to be really tough for them. Takulu struggling a bit with the range aspect, fighting into the defense that was there by Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits. So instead, they're going to back it on up. They have a siege camp available on their side of the map. Luciodology is going to grab that to pair along with the constant catapult pressure that's coming in these lanes. Top lane, of course, with that fort down, just periodic. But bottom lane, you see Zul'jin having to respond. Catapults there, approaching where the keep used to be in the base of Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits. So very hard for them to press out on this map, and especially now that we see Control Point A activating, it's going to take a lot of work and a lot of guts to push onto this control point and take a fight, especially down these level 20 talents here that Luciodology has over them right now.
Yeah, they really got to be S5 right now, but they don't have any opportunity to do it. They just have to clear lanes.
So great setup right now by Galactos. You see at level 20, it is Bottomless Flask. He's got all 5 of them spelled out in an M formation over on Control Point A. And they're going to get themselves another turret. Looks like they did use one before. I didn't see that dropped. I'm assuming it was at top when we were there earlier.
I think they did the M for Murda. That's what I think.
Okay, yes, the M for Murda. Okay, I like it.
I'm not confident, but that's pretty sure.
If it indeed is for me, Galactos, props to you. I do like your skin, by the way. The old Deckard Payne skin, I should say. Looking good.
He's got a quad launcher on there, just ready to drop some serious flasks.
But wait, Carve, here we go. Level 20s have been achieved by Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits. Perhaps their final chance to keep themselves alive here on Volskaya Foundry. They're fully scouted right now by this Lunara Wisp. It's in that vent. It totally sees where Garrosh is, where everyone's at. So this move in right now, no surprise. And it's going to be turrets being dropped quickly. Still holding onto the biotic emitter. There it is being dropped in the backline, but the fight's breaking out up front, and it's that never-ending damage from Orphea once again, picking up a kill. Now even more big spread there, and bye-bye Garrosh? Question mark? It's going to be Thrall, and yes, Garrosh as well, with bottom keep down a fully healthy Trig Glav Protector, and a 3-man advantage. Marching on to core is Luciodology, looking to give themselves 1 point so far in this matchup. A very solid map it was here on Volskaya Foundry, Carve.
Yeah, Eugene and Lemony are just a tag team that cannot be dealt with. Great game.
Outstanding damage. That Eternal Feast from Orphea. I really want to break down this build just a little bit more when we get into this talent screen here. First, we're going to take a peek. Actually, first I should say, welcome to the match summary brought to you by Nexus Gaming Series. So here's the stats from the game. Outstanding play by Lemony Fresh. Clearly my MVP. I thought great job by the rest of the squad too. Galacto, shout out for that M. But not falling were the Orphea and the Deckard Cain. It was really great supporting, not only by Galactos, but I also loved what Grogman did on the other side. A few times maybe overstepping, maybe not getting the value I would have liked to have seen out of his cleanse at level 7. But I thought really solid overall by both these supports, and impressed by what I'm seeing here in Division D East. But let's break down this Orphea build, because you see her going into this growing nightmare. And I think really helped her late game. You saw how much she was getting on all of these dreads that she was throwing out. Tremendous amount. And probably the sole reason they were able to get some of those multi-kills in this game.
Just really melting everyone, really. I mean, Deckard and Muradin and Mal'Ganis all really holding them in the same place that they needed to be, whether it was with Deckard's
Scroll ceiling,
Root or Muradin's stun, whatever it was. Everything was just setting Orphea up. Just
absolutely
wreckage. Just
Great sleeps by Mal'Ganis as well. Set up all game by Eugenus. So map number 1 in the books. Luciodology on the board. We're going to take a short, call it like a 3-minute break. We'll be back for game number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. I'm Murda. Right above me, that's Carve. We'll be right back. And we're back. Welcome back. How's it going?
Oh, it's going great. I'm ready for number 2.
I'm here in game.
And I meant game number 2. Just so we're clear.
Game number 2. We're in lobby number 2, waiting for draft number 2. Our winner in game number 1, Luciodology, they picked this map.
Infernal Shrine.
It's Infernal Shrines, Carve. A map that I think is one of the most popular maps, along with Volskaya Foundry and Nexus Gaming Series, according to the votes that I was able to see during the preseason polling of captains when they signed up. These two maps were very high on everyone's list, so no surprise seeing both of them here tonight.
Yep. I mean, last game was just a clinic by Lucio. I really hope... I want some of that Murda shoutcasting, some of that Carve shout. We have just a back and forth game. That's what I want.
Yes. Yes. I mean, ideally, I mean, not just for us casting, but for you guys watching at home as well. We get a game number 3. That's what everyone wants to see. The biggest news of Season 6 Nexus Gaming Series is the best of 3 set. So really stoked to see potential. Did we swap sides by chance? We did. We did. I need to hit this, swap sides, and then I need to make sure my logos are also set. Because our teams are playing some games on us here, but I'm a veteran caster. I've seen this once or twice before, and we're going to get it fixed up for you guys at home so you're not confused. We do have Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits on the left here in game number 2, so the Alarak band makes a lot more sense because that's what we saw in game. I'm assuming this is a target ban against someone on Luciodology.
You know, if I hadn't gotten stuck in a snowbank, I might have been able to do some research, but here we are.
I'm trying to write these down on the correct side. I always like left brain, right brain when they switch sides on me. A noob was also the ban in game number 1. The only ban different is Kael'thas here in the top half. The first pick is Diablo. He was that other hero that was banned in game number 1.
Kael'thas is a pretty much guaranteed ban or pick on Infernal, so that's not surprising.
Yes, Carino commenting in chat saying, looks like Olaf chose the map correct. So what I said previously about Luciodology picking the map, I was wrong. They had swapped sides. So in fact, map pick was Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits, and that's a murky pick here, Carve. Thoughts on that one?
You better deal with him. He is real tricky because he just lulls you into a sense of killing him and killing him and killing him, and then next thing you know, he takes out an entire lane.
So, interesting pick by Grogman. He played support in game number 1. He was on the Lili. This time showing the murky pick, so maybe a role swap here. Orphea and Zeratul the picks here. Lemony Fresh getting back on Orphea, and Hentron, he was on Murd in game number 1, if I'm not mistaken. He's switching over to a Zeratul, a hero that was banned by Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits in our first affair, and opportunity to see it here on Infernal Shrines. I'm kind of stoked for that.
I'm surprised they didn't ban Orphea, because Orphea just, I mean, let's be honest, she just had her way. She did whatever she wanted to do last game.
Yeah. So the Gul'dan's going to be banned. That was played in game number 1, I believe, by Pez. So picks 3 and 4 on the clock now. Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits making their decision. 15 seconds. They got to go up against a pretty deadly Void Prison APOC combo that I'm seeing. Orphea, of course, can land a lot of damage in that as well. The Eternal Feast we saw was the play by Lemony Fresh in game number 1. Would not be surprised to see that combination here again. Azmodan for Coney's Island and Whitemane for Pez. Indeed is looking like a potential role swap here. I mean, unless they're going to change heroes at the end and put Grogman on this Whitemane. Looks like they could be swapping here. But I really like the Azmodan. So good here on Infernal Shrines.
For sure. I don't think they switch because, call me crazy, but Murky is not exact meta right now. I mean, I don't think they're trying to get Murky on that first pick.
Maybe a mistake? Maybe a bit of confidence in their Murky play that Grogman can throw out here, if that indeed is the avenue they're looking to go here. Final pick, 5 seconds left. Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits trying to figure out how they're going to play this double specialist comp up against a really deadly Zeratul Diablo on the other side. It's going to be Jim Raynor for Seymour. And now we'll see if they're going to make those hero swaps. But you guys in chat, once again, you have to let me know, hashtag Lucio or hashtag Olaf, who's going to win map number 2. You saw Luciodology take map number 1. But we're here on Infernal Shrines, and anyone can win this one. Carve, what are your thoughts?
What are your picks? What's your pick? God, I said my pick last time first.
Okay, fair. Touche. I gotta give it to Lucio. I have to give it to Luciodology. I just think the Void Prison APOC, if that's what they're gonna do, is far too strong at this level.
For sure.
Plenty of opportunity for Orphea to get damage in. And also plenty for like a good Purification Salvor. I mean, hell, I wouldn't be surprised if we see the Planet Cracker pair with this combo.
Oh, Planet Cracker's coming out. For sure.
Anything can happen. I need you guys in chat to let me know. Because I can't ever decide. I love all of you. I love all these heroes. But yeah, game number 2. Excuse my camera flying everywhere. Let's introduce these teams over on the left-hand side in the blue. We got Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits, Pez on the white, main Eudonomans are going to be playing the Johanna, Coney's Island on Asmodan, Grogman playing the Murky, and still back at base, the captain for Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits, it's Seymour on Rainer.
Yeah, on the right side, we got Galactos Deckard. Got a little lemony fresh on the old Hentron playing Zeratul, Eugenio. Sorry if I butchered your name, Eugene on Diablo. And then up top, we got a little bit of Takulu. What is that, Takulu? I'm not wearing my glasses right now.
I pronounce it Takulu.
I think it's probably Takulu.
Okay.
Keep glasses back on.
So Carve, I'm taking a peek down at chat, trying to count the votes, and it looks like 4 votes for Luciodology, 2 votes for Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits. So chat showing their confidence for the game 1 winners, Luciodology. Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits, I mean, I like what they have. I think the Asthma can be very strong. Curious to see how the Murky is going to be used. So far, it appears they want to keep him in the 4-man rotation. Grogman not in the solo lane. Instead, that's going to be Seymour up top playing the Rainer. Rainer versus Phoenix, a matchup you don't see every day, but yeah, I mean, some people call Phoenix a better version of Rainer. Maybe some of you think Rainer's a better version of Phoenix. But I think 2 very similar heroes in what they want to do. Ranged auto attack and sustain damage.
That's for sure.
Murky's not afraid. He's walking right in. Orphea almost killing him. Finally does. Technically, first blood of the game, according to our announcer, but just a frog in a bubble. Quarter kill, I think it counts for.
Yeah, they're not gonna count. They're not gonna announce quarter first kill.
Quarter blood.
Then the next time it's half blood.
Yeah.
3/4 blood. Yes.
I like what Zeratul's doing here. He's trying to scout with his stealth as much as he can. Gonna get pulled out by the Condemned from Johanna. But enough to help slow down the rotations, at least coming in here from Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits, and give his team opportunity to catch up in the rotation, because so far, up against the Johanna Asmodan, which is so efficient at stacking and tacking down these minions, really slowed in the rotations because of that, are going to be Luciodology throughout this game. And maybe with the Diablo being a little bit sturdier, you see him sitting now at 33 souls, maybe they can start to play a bit more aggressive along with the Zeratul.
Asmo's going to get pretty scary here pretty quick, I think, with the Joe lining up all those dunks from downtown.
I'm mostly excited to see some of these role swaps, both these teams with role swaps here in game 2. I kind of like seeing teams that aren't afraid to do that. So often in our higher levels of play, teams get so committed to roles, which, you know, I also agree is a very important aspect of competitive play here in Heroes of the Storm, but I also appreciate seeing teams that aren't afraid to branch out a bit and play stuff they're comfortable on. Maybe they have more experience in their team league matches than some of their other teammates do. I just think it's a really cool aspect that you don't see as often here in NGS. Little fight breaking out down here on the bottom siege camp. Both teams with 4 heroes here. It's Whitemane staying in deep on Zeratul, surprisingly so, but Pez and Hentron both going to survive. Finally, this camp is killed. Neither team in possession yet. Here comes the damage from Lemony Fresh, but not enough. And the camp will be taken by Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits. No kills on either side. A very similar view we saw in game number 1 with these heroes escaping.
A lot of action, but not a lot of stats there. Not having the stats.
Maybe just a bit of split focus. Not like a ton of it, but just enough that teams aren't finding the kills when they're there. But here we go. Objective A here is active. It's going to be a Frozen Punisher mid lane and a big early start by Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits. Are in the pit here with all 5 team members. So walking into the party late is going to be Luciodology, but they have opportunity to find kills early on something like a Murky, and this white main pretty low on health as well. See if Eugenius wants to take an invade. There it is. No wall found by that Shadow Charge, though. Pez very low. Going to be able to kite back on the white main. Still kiting back under Chase is Zeratul. A double kill is what the result is, both in favor of Luciodology. But look at that, Asmodan finishing the job. Might lose his life. See if Coney's Island can get out. Still in Chase's Zeratul. Coney's Island will get away with 125 health. Punisher mid, picked up by Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits, and I think they're happy getting out with a few of those lives at the end and this Punisher.
Oh, for sure. Olaf turned what could have been a really dangerous game, losing their healer there into something that's going to turn out to be bigger.
So shout out, still back at base, Coney's Island, really the playmaker at the end of that, throwing out that Globe of Annihilation, finishing the job in the pit. And then the escapes, getting out with just 125 health. Maybe that was the lucky part, but overall, a really solid play. An individual play made there by the Asmodan player. I thought really good, and well, Takulu, really good. Phoenix picked up a kill on Murky there in the bottom lane. But I love it. Coney's Island, great job. Played our Thrall in game number 1, this time playing a Specialist. A bit different of a role, but so far kind of providing the same sort of position in the 4-man rotation here for Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits is Coney's Island.
Yeah, dangerous. A little dangerous to throw that dunk at the end there because it leaves you open. But definitely the right play, getting away with probably 5 health.
So missed a gank attempt up top. Rainer made it back alive. Some chat in our chat from Recycling talking about Globe of Annihilation. A little update came this week to our Asmodan hero. A bit of a balance, and honestly made him a bit weaker. I know they tried changing a few things around with him, but if you go and listen, I talked about at the start of our cast here tonight, the new Nexus Now podcast that went out. We talked about Asmodan and a few of these changes, so if you're interested in some of those, I'll plug it once again. Head on over to the NGS YouTube page. Find the podcast Nexus Now. There's a playlist there with all of our episodes. We just recorded episode 12, so if you're new to the podcast, a lot to listen to. If you are a current listener, a lot of new stuff for you to check out as well for Season 6.
Well, and honestly, Recyclic knows his stuff. If anybody knows his stuff.
Recyclic is such a god.
He's everything that you could ever need knowledge on. Just life, ladies, hots, everything.
Smash Bros. Takulu checking event here might be in trouble. Should be able to make it back, but it's going to be a camp take there by Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits. Something they weren't as successful over on map number 1, Volskaya Foundry doing. They're finding success here now twice on this neutral camp at the bottom on Infernal Shrines. We do have a pause. I'm going to switch us over to our webcams. Welcome back, Murda and Carve in the house.
Yeah, really big on there in the bottom. Both times getting those camps.
Let's talk about early game. We're now obviously past level 10. We see a lot of standard talents. I think White Mane, we want to talk about there. The Scarlet Aegis we see as the play. March of the Murlocs from Murky. And Demonic Invasion from Asmodan. So a few there that I think are, I don't want to say like off meta, but picks that like could go either way. So now you guys in chat know. We also talked about the potential Planet Cracker. It's gonna be Purification Salvo instead. But we do see the Void Prison, Apocalypse, and this is really the meat and potatoes of what Luciodology is trying to bring. Carve, do they have it in them to pull it off?
I hope so. I hope so. Well, did you say Olaf?
For Luciodology, they got the Void Prison, the Apocalypse, a lot of damage, including the Eternal Feast from Orphea and the Purification Salvo from Phoenix.
I think Hedron's been playing Zeratul pretty well, and so I think he's going to be really that person that sets up that whole damage train. And I mean, the way he's been playing so far today and the first game, I think it's definitely possible. They really have to watch out. I think Olaf does, otherwise it could be in some serious pain when that comes.
But on the other side, let's look at what Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits are trying to do. These are 3 talents: the Hyperion, the March of the Murlocs, the Demonic Invasion. 3 talents that are really well suited for split pushing and keeping a team on their feet, having to respond to in lane, something that Murky obviously is so strong at doing. Asmodan as well, but getting the Rainer and picking a heroic talent that's also going to contribute to that. Outstanding, and you see it right now. Murky up top getting the first fort of the game along with the Shaman Camp. Grogman not afraid to play aggressive on the Frog. First fort that early? You'll take it every time, and you see down bottom another fight breaking out here. Give us a little play-by-play here, Carve.
Jaina throwing her stun doesn't get anybody from it. Oh, here we go.
VP release at the perfect time. Eternal Feast on top. Only stuck in it now is Johanna. Still taking plenty of damage. Eudono Manager walks out of it. Eternal Feast is now expired. And the turnaround's happening from Asmodan, but I don't think they're going to find a kill. Another fight, Carve. This is like our fifth one tonight, where these teams are exchanging heroics and no one's dying on either side. I don't know.
While that's happening, Murky is just caking out.
Yeah, another fort mid. And didn't use the March either. Still has it here as Grogman. So can use it in on this objective fight in the pit. Skeletal count right now in favor of Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits. 17-2 now. And we'll see if Grogman, now after Asmo, gonna kill off Zeratul. It might lose Coney's Island here, but it's just a 1-for-1. Marching the Murlocs in and doing a lot of damage on top of Phoenix. Can get pulled in, but warped out behind the wall. Takulu survives. Neither team has completed the objective. Grogman, the only one in the pit on his Murky. Throwing out some pufferfish and bringing them within 5 of getting their second Punisher of the game, but Grogman has to retreat. And now making the move in the pit will be Luciodology. Still down their their Phoenix, having to walk back from base. Not Phoenix, it was Zeratul. Zeratul walking back from base. Moving back in this shrine is going to be Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits. Can they get the last one? Not quite yet. Finally they do. Second objective of the game. 3-man VP. APOC locking in 3. The damage is here this time. White Main's down. Can they get more? No. Hyperion's dropped as Takulu has to run away. Punisher might leap here. Will it? Not yet. Phoenix is going to survive.
You got to get out of there, man.
Yeah, this is going to be a dead Eugenia's. Oh. Yes, it is. Diablo losing souls. But I think they'll get a clear on the Punisher. Everyone from Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits is going to back up. Takulu so close to getting jumped on there. I don't know how that didn't clip into his hitbox.
And where's Murky? Split pushing tower. He's playing him exactly the way that I hate watching Murky play.
Grogman doesn't care if he dies here. He has a bubble. He's got eggs everywhere around this map. I don't even know where his real one is. We'll go egg hunting in a minute. But Grogman's still not dying. His egg is actually right here next to this bruiser camp.
I don't want to talk. I don't want to spoil anything.
Well, yeah. Sorry. I guess if they're tuned in. Sorry. Hopefully, you guys from Luciodology are not tuned in and getting information on that Murky egg. I'll refrain from revealing it.
Murky egg is in your base. Watch out.
Oh, he replaced his egg. It's not there anymore. Rip. Grogman still up top, and Eugenia's really not the hero you want to see here in defense. We'll see if they want to switch the Phoenix back. Grogman still pushing in. Has March of the Murlocs available if he wants to cast it. But they're sending a lot of resources now. Diablo and Phoenix here, both trying to deal with Grogman. And they will finish off Murky. Not a lot of action bottom. See if they find the egg. They don't. But Murky has to stay stealthy. They don't want to show where their egg is to Phoenix. But Takulu's going to walk right past this. Actually, didn't end up walking past it. Instead, just going to auto-attack on Murky. Grogman's going to have to run out of this in a moment. There's his bubble. Getting a little bit of health back. But Takulu's going to stay in. And that's another Murky down. Camp taken away in the meantime. Siege is going to push mid for Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits. Now trying to protect their Murky egg. Also standing nearby this Bruiser camp with their level 60 talents. Oh, they find Phoenix. Phoenix walking right into the vent.
Melted.
Wrong spot at the wrong time for Phoenix. He's down. It's going to be another successful camp taken. Murky back on the map. Grogman potentially able to start working on this top keep. I mean, they have Hyperion. They got Demonic Invasion, which is being thrown out in a team fight here. Getting a little bit of damage onto Diablo, but I mean, it's not really a team fight talent. There's the APOC. That is a team fight talent. Eternal Feast as well. Keeping people in here is Diablo. Pez still keeping that heroic triggered, but no kills. It's just the Diablo down. The Phoenix still dead. And looking for more is Johanna, but won't be able to find anything yet. Is Johanna going to fall?
Honestly, it's great Hyperion.
Yeah, a lot of value is gained from it. And the turnaround, Lemony fresh down, Galactose low, Decker Kane survives.
Here's the dunk. Where's the dunk?
No dunk. The dunk did not arrive. Murky's going to die again up top, but so much pressure on that keep. And they might kill Zeratul. Murky spawning, Grogman, run at him! What are you doing? He had opportunity to walk. It was free!
Where is he?
You just have to walk out and hit Zera. Bless Shield's going to miss from Johanna and Hentron. The great escape. Gonna blink over the wall. Blinking back is Hentron, the sneakiest move of the day. Hentron escaping with all of his hit points he had left. Unbelievable little wormhole play there. I think that's the talent's
They can
name.
keep top, Murky. He's getting his keep for sure.
There goes Grogman. Maybe not enough. Hentron's here. He did hard back after making a sweet play with his Zeratul. Won't be able to save the keep. Does get the kill on Murky. Here we are back in the pit. 21-22 in favor of Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits. Luciodology trying to make a comeback in here, but they're really behind in the amount of pressure they can get in here because of Asmodan. Pony's Island sitting at 214 stacks. There's the VP. Another APOC behind it. And this is exactly what Luciodology needs. But Scarlet Aegis keeping Whitemane alive. Pez surviving for now. Zeratul trying to finish her off. And what a turnaround. And that was all Pez. They're going to get the kill on Zeratul. Going to lose Asmodan. Maybe end up losing the subjective as well. But a sweet play there. Good little turnaround. Actually, no, sorry, the Punisher was taken. I didn't even notice that. Let's push it mid. It's
they got it so quick.
Look who's there with them. Murky.
I told you that Murky plays strong in JD, baby.
Grogman, along with his Punisher, should be able to get this keep. He still has March of the Murlocs. See if he wants to cast it. I'm surprised he's holding it because it does do a little bit during this siege, but doesn't really need it. Finally, he's going to throw it out anyway. Oh, and Phoenix took the brunt of every single one of those little tiny fish being thrown at his face. Second.
Deckard. See ya, Deckard.
Wow, Deckard completely.
Grogman for MVP.
I mean, look at this. Black Lagoon at level 7 helps with the slows. And then, of course, Slime Time at level 1, not even quite done yet. Gets his first reward there. Pufferfish!
What?
What? Zera, not like this. Oh, no.
That hurts.
I mean, we're looking more and more like this is heading directly to game number 3. The macro pressure continues from Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits. Murky's still up top, pushing with 2 catapults. Someone's going to have to respond, but Zeratul dead for another 25 more seconds. Decker Kane's still dead. Just respawning is Phoenix.
Russian bottom, too, with the camp.
Exactly. So much pressure from Murky means the rest of Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits can march right down to bot and start looking at the third keep of the game with Demonic Invasion from Asmodan. Nothing's going to stop this from going down. It's going to be the trifecta of keeps, and we're only 17 minutes in. Next Punisher's GG if it goes over to Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits.
Luciodology played the first game particularly for their comp, and what we're seeing in this game is Olaf doing the exact same thing with their pressure. They knew exactly what they were doing with the
They're just going to push on core with Hyperion. VP's down to stop it for just a moment. Can they get a kill on Raynor? No, they can't. Seymour is going to get the job done. And both games are blue team won. But we're heading to game number 3.
best, baby.
Blue is best. Let's take a look at our match summary brought to you by Nexus Gaming Series. Olaf from the Sweaty Bandits keeping themselves alive here in this set. And now we're 11:15 over on the East Coast. We're ready to head into a game number 3. Carve, what changed in game number 2 that allowed Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits to take advantage of Luciodology there?
I think we really saw what we saw in the first game. A team played to exactly what their comp was. And honestly, as soon as I saw the Murky, I thought we were seeing a back against the wall cheese play. But as soon as we saw Raynor and Asmo on Coney's Island and Seymour go with their push ultimates and their push heroics, they played it perfectly, honestly. And they just never gave up the pressure. If there was 4 people together, Murky was pushing it. They played it exactly the way they needed to.
I think you're spot on. Really great job by Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits there. Do you want to say Constellation, though? I loved what I saw to Hentron playing the Zeratul. Obviously, that really fancy play he had in the mid-game, getting out with his wormhole. That was a really fancy play. And I thought his Void Prison play also very well, was canceling it properly timed with the APOC. But they just didn't get the damage they saw in game 1 out of their Orphea. Just didn't work out the same way. A lot of great pressure from the macro pressure from the Murky, from the Azmodan, really good. Actually, Orphea did lead all heroes in damage, but it just never seemed to matter. Like, it just was never there at the right time. Carve, did I lose you? Oh, there you are. You're back.
I think one big thing that I noticed too was that usually if Hentron got the VP, he usually got the backline, which meant Joe was still able to kind of split a lot of the damage away from what was going to hit their backline too. So the damage could have been much greater if Joe wasn't there keeping them separate.
All right, chat. So that's it for game number 2. We do, of course, have our final deciding rubber match coming up next. We're going to take a short 2-minute break and be back for the conclusion of this set between Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits and Luciodology. Stay in your seats. You don't want to miss this.
Game number 3.
Twitch chat, welcome back. Game number 3, set to get started. You see the threes being thrown up by Carve there. We are in a lobby. However, all of our players are not yet here. We're going to wait for them to show up. Our game 2 winners, Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits. Really great in game number 2. Pulling out the double specialist comp, the Azmodan, the Murky. Is this something that Luciodology is ready to counter in this final draft, Carve?
I just hope that we have what we hoped for last game. I want a back and forth barn burner. This is the comeback map of all comeback maps. I want like 1-0 at the end of this game. I'm not going to bed yet. I'm not going.
Well, I'm not going to bed. You're central, right?
I'm central, so
okay,
I can stay up for another 5. I got 5 hours before I go.
RG Cup on screen right now. If you guys don't have an RG mug, head on over to the RG Discord. Follow our link over to our merch page. You can get your own RG mug. But here we go. You can get your own draft number 3 right now. Towers of Doom will be our concluding map, Carve. I'm stoked for this one.
Towers of Doom, easily my favorite map. Easily. And I know that's not a super popular opinion, but my favorite by far. Comeback map, anything can happen. I'm excited. They switched on you again. Switch sides.
This time I caught the switch before the switch happened, so we do have our names are correct. Luciodology on the left. I was ahead of it this time. But I should note, and I did mention it, the blue team has won both of our first 2 maps, so is the power of blue enough for Lucio here as we see the Murky being banned away, and I think you got to. As much as you hate to have to, I think you just got to. Alarak's going to continue to be the ban for Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits tonight. The 3rd game in a row we've seen that. They've also banned away a couple times the Anubarak. Is that going to be followed up here? Actually, no. Anub was banned game 1 by Lucio. It's the Zeratul that's going to be banned. Pretty smart.
You know what they say about a Murky ban? Can't beat him, ban him.
They're going to ban the Asmo as well. So through hell or high water, they're not going to be playing against these freaking specialists in game number 3.
Tremble before me.
Rex says, "Oh damn son, I want a RG mug, else I get RG mugged."
I was trying to figure out if in between the games I can get an RG mug ordered. I already got some t-shirts on the way, but
RG mugs, I got RG stickers, I got RG hoodies. Tonight though, actually I haven't been able to shout them out yet. Check this out. Tonight I'm wearing my Order of the Sleeping Dragon t-shirt. Check them out in Division S this season. I'm a huge fan as we see the picks continue to come in. Lemony Fresh, 3 games in a row. Orphea, and they're getting Eugenia's back on Mal'Ganis. Do we like this?
I think that Mal'Ganis was missing last. It set up Orphea almost every time for just a wreck fest, if you will. Falstead. That's my favorite pick on this map, and I will never pick it in case any of my competition is watching.
Not only are they going to pick up a Falstead, they're also going to get Li Ming. A lot of mage damage here between the 2 of these heroes. Of course, the global aspect Falstead can provide, the most notable part of his kit, especially here on Towers of Doom, a map where he can channel that top altar, then fly his way down, join his team, and help get that second one. Will global become a priority in the second half of this draft, especially for Luciodology, who find themselves without any of it yet?
Yeah, I wonder if they ban Dahaka here, because Dahaka Falstead's so strong on the map, being able to take that top, the top one, and then dig back down and find their team fly. One goes above ground, underground.
So instead, for the 3rd game in a row, we see a Nubrak being banned out by one of these teams. We're back on the clock with Luciodology, currently with their Mal'Ganis and Orphea picks, which we've seen already tonight. Orphea in all 3 games. We saw the Mal'Ganis in game number 1, where Luciodology picked up their sole win of this set. Picks 3 and 4 are really going to tell the full tale here. They're going to go back to a Lunara Muradin. There's Lunara Deckard Cain. So So the only hero missing from their Game 1 comp is that Muradin. They get that Deckard and Lunara, which earned them the victory over on Volskaya Foundry.
Well, and Hentron was, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but he was their Muradin. So.
Yeah, so Hentron, the only player left to pick. The hero he played is still available. Seymour! Olaf making the first appearance! And Lucio dropping it like it's hot! Okay, I love this. He said, hey,
play.
This...
Game 3 is lit.
So
Shout out to Sam, by the way, who can't hold...
okay, I don't care who this last pick is, because Murda already knows who he's voting for. The Lost Vikings and Lucio, the two heroes we've been waiting to see tonight. They made it.
And I'm a big damage guy, so Falstead Li Ming, I mean, I can't not pick that team.
All right, chat. We made it to the end. Our final draft is in the books. You've seen all 10 heroes that will be participating on Towers of Doom. It's time for you to place your final vote of the night in chat. If you're here rooting for Luciodology, hashtag Lucio. If you're here rooting for Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits, let me see hashtag Olaf. I'm going to go ahead and just type my hashtag Olaf. Sorry. Hashtag not sorry. Hashtag Olaf. I'm going to wait until I see one vote show up.
They took the other team's namesake. That's just...
Is it fair? I think it's fair.
I mean, we should check the NGS bylaws. That seems... but I don't know enough about the bylaws to dispute it. So I'm going to leave that up to you.
Here we go. And it's game number 3 between these two squads. On the left-hand side in the blue, we got Hentron on ETC, Lemony Fresh on Orphea. Galactos going to play Deckard Cain again. Takulu on Lunara. And rounding it out, playing Mal'Ganis, it's Eugena's. Ladies and gentlemen, they're your Game 1 winners. Looking to clean it up here in Game 3, Luciodology.
And on the right here, we got Coney's Island on Falstead, Seymour on all 3 Vikings this time. We got Pez on Li Ming, Grogman on Lucio, and I'm trying to find Diablo. We got Udon Mancer on Diablo.
I love that Diablo skin.
It's Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits, my friends.
Potential cheese here. Bottom lane Bush. We're bringing Li Ming up to the tower, trying to get some early siege in. But here comes the counter attempt by Luciodology, locking in a Diablo Eudonomancer. No souls yet. Can't really play too aggressive as Diablo. And once again, another fight and no kills.
We got some minion picks here too for some bribery and Wingman. Not the typical pick I go on Falstead for sure, but they're really going to be emphasizing this bottom lane, I bet, with the camps.
Absolutely, yeah. It looks like they're trying to keep Vikings top and mid, and then a lot of pressure down bottom by the 4-man, and it looks like they're also going to keep Eric here as well. Yeah, really good so far by the Vikings. Haven't lost one, and it's providing the value in this bottom lane. A slight XP lead for Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits. So much value from Specialists in game number 2. Looking to get the same here in game number 3 out of the Lost Vikings. It's so hard to get the value you need out of them sometimes, but early game, and you see here, look at this. Olaf just chilling at mid. Seymour. That's a lot of free XP that they're getting. I don't know how they don't have the XP lead, though. That's the surprising part. Maybe after the soak up top, but... And actually, yeah, that's probably where a lot of it was missing. Just because Mal'Ganis is pushing so far. Yeah, I mean, the Mal'Ganis and the Balog matchup, I don't think is really going to favor either side. Balog's playing it slow just by his own wall. But Sappers is really what's going to give... Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits an advantage in the bottom lane. Here we see their first attempt at escorting Sappers, making their way past the midway mark in this bottom lane. In defense is Takulu on Lunara, going to be zoned out by Falstead. Sappers close and will connect onto the wall and get one of those turrets down as well. So a little early lead here for Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits in the bottom lane, looking for a kill on Decker Kane. Missing was Pez with a Lee-Ming damage, so no kills again. And still no first blood here on Towers of Doom.
I don't know if Olaf is getting some soak mid. I think that might have been, he might have been just a little bit too far behind. That might have been where it's coming from.
Okay. Vikings playing aggressive. Seymour has Eric nearby, low health, only up against a Mal'Ganis. He's going to channel left and keep them split. Olaf keeping Mal'Ganis occupied on the right. So Eric's going to get a free channel up top. Let's look down bottom. Galacto's trying to channel away. Decker Kane interrupted by Falstead. Falstead might lose his life here. Tony's Island kiting back, but ETC not enough to get the job done. Diablo low. Eudonomancer behind the wall. He's safe. Checking in back up top. Actually, there was a Lee-Ming kill there, so bottom should be going over. But up top, it's Mal'Ganis who's going to get chased out by Falstead here. And that should end up being 2 for 1 in favor of the team with the Vikings. Great playing here by Seymour. Giving Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits an early 4-shot lead on Towers of Doom.
will not keep me from this realm.
Luciodology has a lot of catch-up to do. XP's pretty close. Both teams about 6.5, a slight level advantage, or XP advantage right now for Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits. But I haven't seen Luciodology make a look over at their own sapper camp. And this bottom lane that's been pressured by the Vikings team.
Ooh. Ooh. Eric just took out the entire camp and sniped it.
Mal'Ganis just snipes it away.
Stolen.
Well, hey, I just mentioned how I didn't see them making any plays on sapper camps, and now back-to-back they're going to get top. And looking at getting one of these bottom sapper camps as well. Yeah, Balog almost dying there. But these are going to connect. There's not enough clear here by Balog, so Mal'Ganis doing a great job in the top lane, a matchup that he'd been pushing throughout this map so far, but hasn't been able to really get too much out of it. Fight breaking out in the bottom, though. It's Falstead. I think he used the barrel roll. Gonna have to walk out as Tony's Island. Now being chased by Lunara. He did have that barrel roll. Tony's Island gonna survive. No kills either side yet again. As we're approaching level 8 for both these teams. There's a power slide, but just hitting Diablo, who's gonna exchange his stun right back at him.
Lee-Ming taking the camp by herself.
Yeah, I don't really like Pez having to do this. You see him trying to even use teleports in. It's just, that's not going to do damage there, Lee-Ming. But nonetheless, they will have Sapper pressure after just a little bit longer.
The time is now, heroes.
Balog going to stay up top. Eric currently at mid. Mal'Ganis walking down as well. See if he wants to start a channel. And Eugenia's will, interrupted by Seymour and Eric. And also down bottom, Grogman playing Lucio, getting pretty low. He's going to skate his way out as Galactos starting to channel on Decker Kane. Good slide there by ETC, ensures that Luciodology will get that one. Eugenia's up at mid, trying to interrupt Seymour and Pez. Very low, has some armor and will survive. Barely.
Olaf real late to the party downstairs.
And that's going to be a dead Lee-Ming. Now Luciodology looking to pick up a double objective here. Grogman low. He's on the Lucio, of course, very fast. Able to skate away, trying to escort Diablo out now. And should be able to. Power slide back by Hentron, now on no mana, very low. And surviving as Mal'Ganis picks up that other objective in favor of Luciodology, giving themselves their first 4-shot lead in this one.
Here's my question for you, Murda. Why they go ETC on Hentron this versus the Meridian?
Why they go ETC instead of the Meridian is the question.
Yeah, I wonder if they're trying to set up a nice mosh for
I mean, it must be a mosh. I don't see another reason. Maybe they want the stage dive to match the global from Falstead. We're close to level 10. I got the talents on your screen as they click in. A fight might break out any second here. Yeah, I'm curious. It could be either here in this match. A few interrupts with the Gust. We see Disintegrate, not Wave of Force. That was a really quick early pick by Lee-Ming. Bribe's going to steal a camp there. Tony's Island playing the Falstead. had the bribe stacks available. So Sapper's bot going to continue pressuring in favor of Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits. There's one going to connect onto the keep. Entron here in defense on ETC, as well as that Lornado, just splitting the team, not doing enough to clear up the Sappers, so they do connect in. Fort's going to sit at about 50% health. It's going to be Mosh Pit from ETC.
Yep.
So we'll watch.
I
Eyes
think
on
the Mosh
Entron.
Pit is a lot more value in this game.
Entron looking for it here. There's 1-2 locked in. It's 2 of the Vikings. Apoc to counter it. Will interrupt the rest of the Mosh Pit, and Barrier gonna keep so many heroes alive. And that's extra value with Vikings with that Barrier. 2 extra targets, in fact. Lucio keeping everything alive, but I don't think they're gonna be able to interrupt the Lactose trying to get it. No, they can't. Decker Kane gets a channel. 4 more shots in favor of Luciodology, now with an 8-core lead. Here on Towers of Doom, up top we do see Baylog bribing a camp. Was that bribe? I guess so.
Yep.
So they're going to be pushing top. I'm surprised we don't see Merc Lord so strong with Sappers, as they get like an extra 50% damage, I think, when they run into towers. Vikings not going to have that, so that means the tower is still going to stand in the top lane for now. Down bottom, looking for even more Sappers, and by my count, I think this is their 5th camp of the game. For Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits, still trying to work down the bottom keep. A lot of pressure, and it hasn't really been matched yet by Luciodology.
And they're getting camp after camp. Would have been even a bigger deal if Mal'Ganis hadn't came in and had that highway robbery up.
Yeah, absolutely. It helped up top. Still haven't been able to get enough up top to threaten the fort. But here we go. A fort being threatened. It's down bottom. 3 Sappers about to charge in for Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits, which should convert this bell tower. Taking on a threat. Minion's going to try to finish the job, and it will. So first one converted of the game in favor of Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits. Coney's Island, Burning Gust, has a potion here. Oh wait, that's not his potion. Coney's Island's gonna fall. He's dead. I thought that was his potion standing there, but no, Decker Kane's in blue in this map. So 1 kill, could be 2 with Diablo low. Eudonomancer is down. A double kill, and timely, as 2 altars are spawning.
At the wrong time.
Horrible timing for Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits. Already down 8 shots. Of course, they do have one of these bell towers converted over, and barely interrupt a Viking here. But
Eric, my boy.
But look at this. They're respawned. Diablo's back. Falstead's back with a flight. See if he wants to use it. Yes, he will. Coney's Island coming in. No Gust for 12 seconds. He's right in the middle of the fight. There's a scroll of ceiling locking in 2. And the Lornado gonna kill Grogman before the barrier goes off. Power slide and Mosh Pit. Eternal Feast as well. Sayonara. Orphea picking up all 3 kills in that fight. They're gonna get the double altar, actually interrupted by Leeming.
I would just like to give you a couple of real quick dollars for the Sayonara. Card dollars don't have a great return on investment in terms of US dollars, but you get it nonetheless.
What's the conversion rate with medallions?
Yeah. Obviously medallions are worth way more on the account of they have a way better name. Taking Boss up top, though.
Boss is taking
a step away from the fiscal conversation here.
So, Carve, they had an 8-shot lead heading into the 3rd objective there, and that was another 12-shot swing. So, caster math, 8 plus 12, no, that's not right.
42.
No, because they only got 6 because they didn't have these altars. Sorry. Really that bottom bell tower being converted, saving another 2 shots. So it's only a, 18-shot lead right now. Could be a lot worse.
Comeback map though right here. I mean, anything can happen.
They're keeping pressure bottom. Sapper's coming in, as well as a shadow charge. Gets the overpower. Takulu trying to hop away. And will, no, won't. Whoa, that was close.
Lucio has one last bullet in the chamber to take
one
it up.
potion and he survived, but didn't. So Lunara down now. Hentron in trouble. Has a power slide. Able to kite back. Eternal Feast thrown down, but able to walk out without any lockdown. Our Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits still in control of this bottom bell tower. They drop a barrier, trying to keep the defense up, and they will. I want to look up top because Mal'Ganis still working on a Viking there. One Viking down bottom. Lucio down as well. Another very costly kill. Lucio down, horrible timing. Gus going to be burnt as well. One Viking down, but Seymour's going to run to the other one. This should be scouted, but I don't think anyone's going to get here in time. Instead, it's going to be a backwards trade. Mal'Ganis on the right, Eric on the left. And with the bell tower in favor, down bottom of Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits, the objective phase will slightly favor them. So they stay in it, and even down these level 16 talents, they're still half a level away. Overall, that was pretty solid objective phase for what could have been a lot worse for Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits.
Yeah, Ravenlord also just wants to know if that was all. And I don't know. We'll see what happens.
ETC holding his level 16 talent. Still haven't seen it. Still haven't seen the 5 level 16 talents because they're not quite there for Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits. So close, and they're seeking that XP right now in this bottom lane. And as well as having the Vikings, I want to look at the Vikings soak, which is here. 19,000, that's double any hero on the side of Luciodology. So they're getting the value they're wanting out of these heroes, but not the kills. 9-1, currently in favor of Luciodology, and they're looking for more. Here's Mal'Ganis trying to set something up. There's a 2-man sleep. ETC's here behind this roller ceiling with the mosh pit, but an instant gust. Not enough to save Lucio, however. Blind as a bat, gonna keep Eugenia's alive. And that's another kill on Lucio, who's now died 3 times, the most on his team. And Hentron looking for more. Diablo low, still in here. Lunara spreading the damage.
Can't die, can't die.
Eudono's down. No souls, 41 seconds, and an altar going to be active in just 20. Luciodology finding kills for the 3rd time, I believe, before an objective phase here on Towers of Doom. The only reason they're really far ahead because macro-wise, you see what Vikings are able to do. Seymour still up top, being a little nuisance. But they're not able to get these altars.
It's hard to come back. Hard to come back when you just don't have very much damage. I mean, you've got Li Ming on that side. That is your only damage. Falstead's all built. Riding.
Ooh, interrupt by Seymour. They're going to lose their Falstead. I believe had Gus right at the last second there. Didn't use it. Now Vikings are the ones trying to interrupt, but it's going to be quick pickings here for Luciodology. There's 1, there's 2. All 3 Vikings are dead. Oh, wait. Play again up top, and they're going to push top as this is going on. 4 shots heading at the core, sending Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits to just 7. Boss on the map in 45 seconds as they're trying to respond up top to the Vikings. Carve, walk us through what needs to happen here by Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits if they want to make it back.
They cannot die before the objective is clear. Because that is, I really felt like that last objective, they take that, instead of being down 22-11, they're down, what is that, 18-11. That's one good team fight, and they just can't hit that pick every single time they hit.
Well, you didn't hear the announcer call it out, at least on my side, but Lucio down again, and this is going to be a converted bell tower in favor of Luciodology, their first of the game. Might lose Hentron here. Great little turnaround on ETC. Still no bell tower here converted, and they might be able to continue on Deckard Cain. Eudonomancer saying, hey guys, get up here, but just not able to get the chase they need without Lucio to provide the speed. Looking up top, Eugenia's and Lunara, that's Mal'Ganis and Lunara, combining to get another bell tower, so now 5 in possession of Luciodology. Boss on the map, and they're going for it. Just wide open. No one's going to be able to get here from Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits. Coney's Island with a gust, but not anywhere close. So now a potential game over situation here if Luciodology can get this last altar. Here comes the flight. Late by Falstead. Had the right idea, but if he only thought of it sooner. So now without flight to get back, still holds on to the gust, in desperate need of getting this altar, are Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits.
They gotta get in there before ETC gets back.
They're looking to do just that. They got all the Vikings here as well. here's ETC coming through the portal. And Hentron looking to get another mosh pit. Will he find it? So far, Lucio able to kite back, surviving with barrier. Gonna walk back forward. See if Brogman's gonna throw it out. Interrupted by mosh pit. Eternal Feast is there as well. Great gust by Falstead, but with Lucio down, Diablo down. Just, I don't know if there's anything they can do to stop it. Channel's coming out by Lunara. Interrupts there by Falstead, but didn't interrupt Decker Kane. GG's. Game number 3 is over. And Luciodology, after giving us a scare in game number 2, are going to move on to win the set 2-1 over Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits.
That pick, that was it 2 or 3 times right before those objectives. That'll kill you. And I mean, it's hard to come back to from, what was it, 13 to kills, 14 to 1.
By the end of it, 17-2 in favor of Luciodology. By far their best map of the day. And once again, MVP gotta go over to Lemony Fresh and Galactos pairing up. Once again, neither of them falling here, just as they did on map number 1, but Orphea all 3 games leading in hero damage. Lemony Fresh, our MVP of the night.
For sure.
I mean, there's no way to stop it. Got to play Orphea in all 3 games and looked really solid. Our team's going to start looking at banning this hero away from Lemony Fresh, because if it looks that good and if they want to pick it so early and so often, why not?
Well, and no ban. I mean, especially after the first game. After the second game, I can kind of understand a little bit, but after the first game, where she just wrecked, I have no idea why you don't ban that hero, at least that whole series.
So, Carve, I'm going to move us to lobby 1 so we can do an interview here. Alright, got you back. And joining us tonight in both the maps that were won, playing the Lunara, I hope I pronounced this correctly all night, Takulu, welcome.
You did get it right. How are you?
Awesome. I'm doing well. So, that was a long set. Went to game 3. Is this your first match in NGS that has gone to the 3rd game? And how did it feel winning that 3rd game?
Well, we played last season, so
but
that one we had quite a few nail-biters.
Yeah, but never a best of 3. It's the first season we've done best of 3 in NGS.
That is true. But yeah, we have some experience, but it was certainly hard fought. Definitely feeling some nerves by the end there. Not gonna lie, especially on towers.
Yeah, I know both myself and Carve are sitting here, game number 2. Obviously, they came at you guys with that double specialist comp, which of course we're going to talk about. But game 2, just it felt a bit out of sync for Luciodology. How did you guys come back, moving into game number 3 and readjust and seeming like getting back on comfort heroes? How did you guys make that happen?
Yeah, well, I think you hit the nail right on the head there. We moved back on the comfort heroes. I moved back onto my Lunara. We picked up some more of that big AoE CC engages, and yeah, just trying to keep them from running us around the map and focusing on our micro, where we felt pretty confident we could beat them in the 5v5.
Yeah, I mean, all night, and Carve, I mean, disagree if I'm wrong here, but it looked like of the 2 teams, the macro game led almost, I'd say, heavily by Olaf from the Sweaty Bandits, but the micro game, the team fighting all night by Luciodology, just that much better. Carve, do you agree with me?
For sure.
So, Takulu, tell me, the confidence in the team fighting, is this week to week? Are you guys going to have this confidence here in Division D, or do you just feel you had something tonight over your opponent?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That confidence is a real marker of our team. We've been playing together for a long time now, over a year, so really just got that focus of knowing who's got my back and where everyone's going to be in team fights, and it always just seems to come together. On top of that, everyone's, comfortable on those good AoE teamfight champs. You saw the ETC and the Orphea, so...
Absolutely. So last season, you guys got to play Division E, I believe, up against Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits, so a bit of experience against his team, perhaps. Did you guys play in the playoffs, too? Is that right?
We did, yes. We made it to semifinals before being eliminated.
Oh, so were they the team that knocked you out?
I do not believe so. I believe we played them in the main season.
Because I was going to
could
say,
be wrong, in which
if
case
they
I
were the team
apologize
that
to
knocked
them.
you out, then in that case, a bit of redemption maybe.
Absolutely.
But nonetheless, a team that you're somewhat familiar with, how did you feel tonight? Did you feel a bit of progression by this squad, your opponents tonight? Or do you feel maybe your team has really advanced so much that it might be a little bit harder to gauge where you were last season versus this season against this team?
Well, I actually think we had a lot of the same strengths and weaknesses against them. They've always been good on those big map control champions. I think even last time we played, we still had the edge in that team fight. So I think we're really kind of progressing at the same rate.
Awesome. Carve, any questions from you, man?
Yeah, what did the off season look like for you guys? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we were over early November, and it's now early March. So you guys play a lot during the off season, take a break for a lot of the holidays, or you guys just keep that my microphone on?
Oh, you're still here. I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it definitely gets reduced a little bit in the holidays for obvious reasons, but we tried to keep our skills sharp, do our best to play together at least once or twice a week, make sure that team synergy and coordination that you saw in those games never really goes dull.
Yeah, a lot of synergy, I'd say. Not to use too many, but you guys up team fights, and even in the game that you guys lost, like Murdo was getting at, you guys did a really good job getting that Void Prism and all of those heroics just right on top of each other.
Yeah, it took a lot for my team to convince you to not take Planet Cracker there, I gotta say.
I don't know if you heard me, but I was cheering for Planet Cracker. I almost put out some bets. I almost had some medallion to Carve dollar bets going.
So,
well, I'm sorry to disappoint, but
next time
I was like one click away from doing it.
Oh.
I was just going to look over at the standings to see how your week 1 match went until I realized this was indeed a week 1 matchup. The whole night I had it labeled as week 2, so I apologize to you guys at home who might be a bit confused. I'll be sure to update that on my VOD. But a week 1 matchup, both you guys getting off to your start here, but it's Luciodology leaving tonight with the 2 points. Does that add a bit to the confidence you guys have earning this win in your first matchup? And are there any other teams in this division that you're kind of maybe worried to play against heading into the rest of Season 6?
Well, absolutely. It helps. Certainly better than starting with a loss. Shows that we have integrated too much in the off-season, and I think we're only going up from here. We do recognize some of the teams from the previous season, but no, I think we can take on all comers.
Awesome.
What's your goal for this season?
Well, definitely playoffs, and frankly, I think we got a real shot at number 1 in the division.
Oh, all right, guys.
I mean, we're 100% win rate so far.
I know there's some
he's
division.
not wrong.
I know there's some Division D East chatters hanging out tonight. So if you heard that, you heard it here. Luciodology coming for some blood in
Throwing down the
Division
gauntlet.
D East. I'm stoked. I would definitely want to come back and check in more matches here. Chakulu, really glad to have you in for this interview. But of course, before I let you go, I wanted to give you opportunity for some last minute words and maybe some shout outs you might have. So the microphone and the floor is yours.
I appreciate it. Well, thank you everyone for watching. Independent Heroes of the Storm, especially these days. Thank you to everyone I asked to watch who watched, especially people who don't know how Twitch works. Big shout outs to you. Shout outs to Alex and Sammy, everyone on my team. Good job tonight, even though we had some last minute technical issues. Olaf and the Sweaty Bandits, good game. I look forward to playing you guys later in the season. And thank you guys for casting. Really appreciate it. It really makes these a lot more fun.
Hey, pleasure. And shout out Carve, your first time casting, and what a great job you did. I had a lot of fun getting to have you on tonight.
Yeah, man, solid 3 out of 10 on my part. Really excited. Nowhere to go but up.
1 point for each hot spec you came into the night with.
Oh man, I was absolutely crushing 3 things today. So really, really awesome to have you guys, and I'm so glad I went to a game 3. I know you probably had a lot of fun watching you guys, and
Definitely.
like I said before, that teamwork that you guys had, keep that going. Get refined even more, and that's gonna wreck some people.
Well, if you want to find Carve, check him out on Discord. I know you guys see him around the NGS Discord. He's over on the RG Discord playing for Regen Red and Recyclic this season. Stoked to have Carve on board for that. But you can find him on Twitter. I believe it's @eitherfoot. So go ahead and tweet at him. Give him some love, man. He's new to the casting scene. Give him some follows. Give him some love. If you want to find me on Twitter @MurdaRG. Of course, you see me right here on Twitch right now, twitch.tv/MurdaRG. Over on YouTube. Search for MurdaRG there as well. If you're watching this VOD in the future, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell button. I don't know if that's a bell shape or not. Hit all the buttons.
Kind of a bell.
Do the things, do the social medias. I love you guys. Find me back here tomorrow night. Who am I casting tomorrow night? I want to tell you guys because it's a good one. And I'm going to be joined by B-Train. Let's switch to Tuesday. We have PFM versus Luxorian Sun, a Division A matchup you don't want to miss. Kicks off at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Check me out on Twitter for the details on that. I'll get you guys back here. But for tonight, Carve, any last words before we go?
Had a lot of fun, Murda. Can't wait to do it in the future. And Takulu, great win for your team. Keep it going. Cheering for you guys and for Div D. Close to my heart.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Definitely.
Thanks for casting.
Pleasure. So I've been Murda. I've been joined tonight by Carve, and of course for our interview tonight from the winners of our match Luciodology, we had Takulu. Thank you so much for stopping in. Thank you so much to Recyclic for the resub and the 1,000 biddies. We'll catch you guys tomorrow night. Peace!